Winery in Fruithurst, Alabama. Fruithurst has always been popular as a wine growing area here in North Alabama. And right now we're looking at some of the muscadines. This winery grows muscadines and harvests muscadines. So today we will be looking at how they do a harvest, and of course this is the time for the muscadine harvest. So here we are among the wine. These are the grapes behind me. We've got this big grape field, or muscadine field, and we got quite a number of fields over to my left. This is the time of harvest, and so it's coming along very good. This winery sees about a 30% increase every year, so there's constant demand. It's very popular, and they're open year-round, but this is the harvest time, and they've got this big machine that goes through and knocks the grapes off, runs them into a conveyor belt, and they're placed in big containers, loaded onto a little flatbed behind the tractor, and then it's taken to the winery where it's processed. And that's how they make wine here in North Alabama. So here we are riding a four-wheeler with Dylan Laminack, one of the Laminack cousins that operate the Fruithurst Winery here in Fruithurst, Alabama. We're following a tractor and a flatbed trailer. Muscadine pickers will bring the muscadines, as you can see, to the trailer, and they will be pouring them out, dumping them, and they will now be transported back to the winery for further processing.
We'll come back on that one.
Like milking a cow. making them money over there. He ain't gonna jump off there.
We could have got 8 or 9 hours a day. I think we could have got finished.
And now we're going to take a little ride through the Fruithurst Winery and let you see the muscadine as we go down a couple of rows. Here we are back in a portion of the winery, portion of the field in which they will be gathering the muscadines with a mechanical picker. And as you can see, the mechanical picker is moved through the vines with a tractor, and there are I guess you could say large plastic fingers inside the picker which knock the muscadines off the vines, and those muscadines drop down onto a little conveyor belt, and plastic containers are placed under the container belt, and the muscadines then go into the containers, and once the containers are filled, they are then poured into the flatbed for, again, transportation back to the winery. And here we are inside the winery, and we'll let Dylan explain some of the process in here that turns the muscadines into wine.
It'll work, right? And it'll float all the holes as the yeast works off the sugar. The carbon dioxide will force all the holes to the top. And it is so thick that I can climb into the middle of it and sit cross-legged and will not fall through it.
Wow.
I'm 240 pounds, but it'll hold you, sit on top of it, it'll hold you up. When we start dealing with it, some actually put on waders and work their way down in it to get their feet to touch the ground.
So after you bring the muscadines in, they come into this vat then.
Yeah, that hickey out there outside that crushes them. Takes the leaves and the rachis out, and then there's some rubber rollers at the bottom that crush it up. And I'll be glad to take you out there if you're interested, and you can look at the inside of it.
And then after it works here, then this stuff is taken off, and the liquid goes elsewhere.
We'll punch it down once or twice a day for 3 days, and then we'll pump it into that press and separate the wine from the holes. See, the red wine gets the tannins and the color from the holes. So you let it work 3 or 4 days, and then it'll throw the pumice away, and the wine will be about half free working, something like that. We'll move it back.